Okay, so Wolves have won at the Amex in what feels like a massive 3 points. And more importantly, a goal. Finally, Wolves have scored a goal. A right-footed Roman Saiss volley. I don't think anyone would have put money on that. But yeah, an important win. Was it one that Wolves deserved to win? Yeah, probably. XG at the end of the game had Brighton winning it, but that's just said, and Mwepu missed two, chances from like a yard out. But overall, it was a good performance, especially in the second half. Obviously, the lineup came out before the game. I don't think anyone was that surprised. I was disappointed Fabio wasn't starting up front personally. Uh, I get why he started Hwang, but I think Hwang's out of form, and I would have rather seen Fabio personally. But I trust Bruno, and obviously Marcel came in like a minute or two before kickoff. Let's hope that's not a serious injury to Reine Neary because we'll need him. But to be fair, Marcel had a really good game today. He had a bit of a shaky first 5 minutes, which you can kind of expect, right? But generally, I thought everyone had a really good game. Obviously, the first half was terrible. I don't think the Hwang injury helped. I don't think the referee having to change the stopwatch on his side helped. But it was a very stop-start kind of game, and it felt very much like the Burnley game. And it was a bit worrying. For the only players that actually had a decent half were probably Neves and Pedence. And it just felt like a very disjointed game. And I think we got probably a bit lucky that we scored at the right time. Obviously, the corner came from Marcel. It was one of the worst corners I've ever seen in my life. And then it was a beautiful look. I don't think Ruben Neves is as good as some of our fans make out personally, but that's the moments he has. I don't think he's as consistent as Jean Moutinho. I don't think Ruben Neves will ever be a player that's going to start for Man City or Liverpool, but he has those moments of quality. And when you're at a mid-table club, those things shine. You know what I mean? And it's a pleasure to watch him when he was how good he was today, especially in that second half. And obviously, it was a really good finish by Roman Saiss as well. And it went into half time. Did we deserve to be winning? No. Obviously, when it finished at half time at 1-0, don't think we deserve to be 1-0 up really, but who cares? We've been unlucky quite a lot this season with finishing, so I'm not going to sit here and moan about it. But as soon as the second half started, obviously, if you ignore all the stupid stoppages from the ref doing, I don't even know what's going on with that, but if you ignore all that, I thought we played pretty well for basically the whole game. Obviously Trincao had a really good chance, which I don't think it was an awful shot considering his weak foot, but probably should score. That should have been an assist for Adama, who obviously came on for Hwang. And then Robin Saiss at the post. Daniel Potence had a poor finish as well, which he probably should have scored again. Probably should have been another Adama Traore assist. And Nelson Semedo put in a really good cross as well. There was chances. And look, it's only one goal today, granted. Keeps Wolves in eighth. But we needed to stop the rot. It's another clean sheet as well. If you take out the Man City penalty and the Liverpool late equaliser, we're keeping clean sheets. We're not. I can't remember the last time we conceded more than one goal. And unless you're playing the big three, it seems like we're keeping clean sheets, which is not what we brought Bruno Lage in to do. But you can't complain. It's another clean sheet for Jose Sarr. But I think all the attacking players are really good today. I saw Trincao get a lot of stick on Twitter. I thought he had a pretty good game. I thought Daniel Plence was good as well. Probably should have released the ball a bit quicker in a few occasions, but he's just come back after the COVID stuff, so I'm not going to go in. I thought he had an overall good game, right? He feels like our most consistent winger right now. Obviously, Adama came in for Hwang, and I don't like Adama through the middle personally. Obviously he's having to do it, kind of not by choice, right? Because obviously the Jimenez injury, but I thought Adama had his. Yeah, actually, I thought he had his best game. I thought he had his best game under Bruno Lage. Look, did he score? No. Fine. But he should have had 2 assists. And this is why it's annoying with Adama when people go, oh, well, he's been bad for ages. He hasn't got an assist. It's like, the goal scoring thing, that's completely on him. He needs to improve his finishing. But with assists, it's one of those things where it's just complete luck. Do you know what I mean? Let's say Ruben Neves put that pass in for Saiss and Saiss misses it. Then Neves doesn't get credit for a really good pass, and Adama did that a lot of times today, and he held the ball well, he defended well, he pressed. He was probably just a bit annoyed he wasn't starting to us, but Adama had his best all-round performance of the season, and it feels like he's kind of won his way back into Bruno Lage's plans. Don't know why. Maybe the contract thing's been sorted, who knows, but it was nice to see Adama Traore have a nice all-round performance. And I thought Semedo was good, I thought Marcel was good. The back three have been great for ages. I feel like Roman Saiss is the one player that everyone feels like is replaceable. In that back three, people assume if we buy someone, he'll get replaced. But on form, why would you replace him? He feels like our only goal threat. He's by far the best out of our centre-backs in the air. He's our most aggressive centre-back. Don't wrong, if we bought Botman or something, of course he'd drop out. But he hasn't really done anything to warrant that. And look, obviously we've got Chelsea at the weekend. Will we lose that? I'm pretty confident we could get something in that, but even if we do lose that, we needed to win this game. Let's just say we do lose that Chelsea game, we couldn't have, that would have been what, 6 games without a win. And yeah, you can't have that Premier League level. And then all of a sudden it goes into that Watford game on Boxing Day, and people are like, oh, could Bruno Lage lose his job? This is a really big win today. And look, Brighton, obviously, they're kind of around us in the table, right? Well, actually, they've dropped. Okay, maybe not. And they're on a bad run, but still, Brighton are a decent side. Obviously, they had a lot of injuries, and I thought they played decently in the first half as well. But it's a big win. We're kind of starting to, those teams in the middle of the table, we seem to do pretty well against, to be fair. We kind of beat the sides around us pretty well. It's kind of just the lower sides we struggled to break down, and then obviously we've struggled against the big sides. But Wolves made our own luck. We played well in the second half. I don't think anyone can criticise. Thought Bruno Lage got it right, and considering all the disruptions in the game, I thought we handled it pretty well. So overall, good win, an important win that we needed. We're struggling in these sort of games before, we haven't, and good performance, good 3 points. Happy for Roman Saiss. Still need to improve on a finishing, but overall good performance. It was a pretty normal Bruno Lage performance. Solid at the back, probably a bit misfiring, but eventually get a goal. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, peace.